You got paid. You didn't go crazy. You didn't book a vacation. You didn't buy anything you'd call a splurge. And somehow, 2 weeks later, the money is just gone. You check your bank account, and you genuinely can't account for where it went. There's no single big purchase to point to, just a slow, invisible drain that left you with almost nothing before your next paycheck hit. You're not alone in this. According to a 2026 Bank of America study, 42% of Gen Z is living paycheck to paycheck right now. And only 21%, barely 1 in 5, said they were able to cover all their bills and still have money left over after their most recent paycheck. But here's the thing nobody is talking about. For most people, the problem isn't income. It's the silent spending, the subscriptions, the small daily habits, and the psychological traps that drain your account without ever feeling like a decision. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly where the money is going, why it keeps happening, and the specific system that stops it, without making you feel like you can never enjoy your life again. Let's start with the most underestimated drain on a Gen Z budget: subscriptions. The average person thinks they spend about $86 a month on subscriptions. The actual number, when researchers audit bank statements, is consistently over $200. That gap, between what you think you're spending and what you're actually spending, is where the money disappears. Here's why subscriptions are so financially dangerous. They're designed to be invisible. They charge automatically, usually on different dates throughout the month, so no single statement looks alarming, and they're just annoying enough to cancel that most people never do. And the Gen Z version of this problem is especially pronounced. Research from Civic Science found that Gen Z is by far the most likely age group to spend over $100 a month on streaming subscriptions alone. That's before you add music, gaming, cloud storage, delivery services, fitness apps, news sites, and every other recurring charge on your card. Do the audit right now in your head. How many subscriptions are you paying for? Netflix, Spotify, Hulu, Disney+, Apple iCloud, Amazon Prime, YouTube Premium, a gym you go to twice a month, a meal kit you paused but forgot to cancel, a free trial that ended 6 months ago. Most people, when they actually go through their bank statements line by line, find at least 2 or 3 subscriptions they forgot they were paying for. At $10 to $15 each, that's $30 to $45 a month going to services providing you zero value. The fix here isn't to cancel everything, it's to audit everything. Go through the last 3 months of your bank statements and highlight every recurring charge. Then ask yourself one question about each one. Did I actively use this in the last 30 days? If the answer is no, cancel it. You can always resubscribe if you miss it. Here's the one that's harder to talk about, because it's emotional, not logical. Nearly 3 in 5 Gen Zers use what researchers are calling retail therapy as a mood booster. And 57% treat themselves at least weekly, with nearly a quarter doing it daily or multiple times a week. That's from a Bank of America study published just this year. And look, I'm not here to tell you that you should never buy yourself something nice. That's not a sustainable way to live, and it's not what this channel is about. But here's what the data actually shows. The problem isn't any single treat. It's that treat culture has become a default coping mechanism, something that happens automatically in response to stress, boredom, a bad day, or just seeing something on TikTok shop. It's not a decision, it's a reflex. And reflexes don't show up as a line item in your budget. They show up as $30 here, $20 there, a food delivery charge at midnight, a clothing haul you barely remember ordering. None of it feels like a splurge in the moment. All of it adds up to hundreds of dollars a month by the time you look back. The reframe that actually works is this. Instead of trying to eliminate treats entirely, build them into your budget intentionally. Decide in advance how much you're allocating to discretionary spending each month. We talked about this in the 50-30-20 framework back in video 1. And when that money is gone, it's gone. Anything you want after that waits until next month. When spending is a decision instead of a reflex, you naturally spend less. Not because you're depriving yourself, but because the friction of choosing makes you pickier about what's actually worth it. This one gets almost everyone. And it happens so gradually that most people don't notice it until the damage is done. Lifestyle creep is what happens when your income goes up and your spending quietly rises to meet it. You get a raise. Suddenly you're ordering delivery a few more times a week because you can. You upgrade your apartment. You start buying the nicer version of things. You say yes to more social plans because you feel like you can afford it now. None of these individual decisions feel irresponsible. Each one seems justified by your new income level. But here's the math on what that actually costs you. If you get a $5,000 raise and you lifestyle creep your way through the entire thing, spending all of it across those small daily upgrades, your savings rate stays exactly the same as before the raise. Your financial position doesn't improve at all. You just have nicer takeout containers in your recycling bin. Now here's the flip side. If you keep your spending at your previous level and direct that extra $5,000 into savings and investments, that single raise, invested annually for 20 years at 7%, becomes roughly $19,000 from 1 year's raise that you chose not to spend. The rule that prevents lifestyle creep is simple. Every time your income increases, save at least half of the increase before you adjust your lifestyle at all. If you get a $300 a month raise, put $150 of it directly into savings automatically before it ever hits your checking account. Then you can spend the other $150 however you want, guilt-free, because your future self already got their cut. There's one more spending leak worth naming because it's everywhere in a Gen Z budget, and it barely ever gets talked about. It's the convenience premium. The convenience premium is the extra money you pay to not have to think about something or do something yourself. It's the difference between cooking at home and ordering delivery, between making coffee and buying it, between packing lunch and buying it, between planning ahead and paying for the last-minute option. None of these individual premiums are outrageous, but the average food delivery order with fees and tip runs $25 to $35 for a meal that might cost $8 to make at home. If you're ordering delivery 3 times a week, you're spending somewhere between $300 and $420 a month on food delivery alone, versus maybe $80 to $100 in groceries for the same number of meals. That gap, roughly $250 to $300 a month, is $3,000 a year. Invested annually starting at 22, that single change in food habits is worth over $56,000 at 62. I'm not saying never order delivery. I'm saying know what you're actually paying for convenience and decide deliberately whether it's worth it, instead of letting it happen by default because you're tired and your phone is in your hand. Okay, you know the leaks. Here's how to plug them without turning your life into a spreadsheet. The system has 3 steps and takes about 20 minutes to set up once. Step 1. Do a full subscription audit this week. Pull up your last 2 months of bank and credit card statements. Highlight every recurring charge. For each one, ask, did I use this in the last 30 days? Cancel everything with a no. Set a calendar reminder to do this audit again in 90 days. Step 2. Set up a monthly spending account. Take your total monthly budget for discretionary spending, eating out, entertainment, shopping, treats, everything non-essential, and move that exact amount into a separate account at the start of each month. Spend freely from that account. When it's empty, you're done until next month. This single structure eliminates the most common cause of paycheck-to-paycheck living, spending without a visible limit. Step 3. Automate your savings before you spend. On payday, have a fixed amount transfer automatically to your high-yield savings account or your investment account if you've already built your emergency fund, before you see it in your checking balance. What you don't see, you don't spend. The research on this is overwhelming. People who automate savings consistently save more than people who try to save whatever's left at the end of the month because there's almost never anything left at the end of the month. If you want a tool that does most of this automatically, Rocket Money is worth looking at. It audits your subscriptions for you, flags recurring charges, and helps you cancel the ones you're not using. YNAB is better if you want a more hands-on budgeting approach. I'll link both in the description. Your money isn't disappearing because you're bad with money. It's disappearing because the modern economy is extremely well designed to take it from you in amounts small enough that you don't notice until it's gone. Subscriptions you forgot about, treats that became reflexes, lifestyle upgrades that erased your raise before you could save it, convenience premiums that feel tiny in the moment and add up to thousands over a year. The fix isn't deprivation, it's visibility. Know where it's going, build a system that gives every dollar a job, and automate the parts that require willpower, because willpower runs out and systems don't. Next week, we're talking about the Roth IRA versus 401k question. Specifically, what every 22-year-old needs to understand about the difference, because picking the wrong one for your situation can cost you significantly more in taxes over your lifetime than most people realize. Subscribe so you don't miss it. See you next week.